Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be attempting to solve the Guardian's Quick Cryptic crossword, and this is number 21 and it's being published on the 24th of August 2024, so lots of number 24s in there. It's been set by Carpathian, and the instructions tell us that the definition is always at the start or end of the clue, and there's four types of clue, which are the anagrams, acrostics, which is where you take the first letter of words to make an answer, decapitation, so take a word, drop the first letter of that word and you'll have the answer, and hidden reversal, so hidden words but they'll be in the clue backwards. So which is interesting because decapitation specifically we haven't seen before, I think, and hidden reversal we definitely haven't seen in this series puzzle, so a little bit different. As always, I take this one really slowly and talk it through, because this series of crosswords is aimed at beginners or people new to crosswords, cryptics, and so I want to try and help them and to give them my thoughts. So I think that's about all I've got to say, really, all the info. So without further ado, let's crack on. So one across, partly withdraw. So I mean, withdraw is making me think hidden word reversal, also returning prize, and returning also would make me think that. Prize, wah. I mean, if there's a hidden word, there's a award there, isn't there? AW award. So part of that was, is there going to be something around a Y? Maybe not. Let's go on to this. Vote for choice. That's a non-starter. So non-starter almost sounds definitely that it's going to be a decapitation choice. A choice is an option, but if we lose the O off of option, we haven't got much. Vote is elect, and I think choice is select, which I've now typed in incorrectly. So I think it's elect with the S dropped. These decapitation clues can be a little bit nasty, I think, because you've got to be able to think of words, but that can be decapitated, so to speak, to get to the answer, or vice versa, think of the word and then figure out what they wanted, or what it's based on. Eggs provided by organically verified association initially, so that's over. I mean, initially is the telling us it's a thing. Eggs for over comes up a lot. You know, if you've got a three-letter word and it's eggs, it's going to be over. So I was kind of searching. I was seeing that when I got to the O. Rejected part, so that's going to be a hidden word backwards, I imagine. Transfer. So what have we got? Retire. Retire. No. Is it a hidden word backwards? Terim. Transfer. Okay, hidden word is going to be easier to find if it is hidden word backwards when I've got some letters in there. Delay leaders. So we've got leaders meaning delay. STAL. Stall. Should we just fill this? This has got to be era, hasn't it? Period. Yep. In revolutionary Chinese, we've got ERA. There we go. This must be east or easy. Let's have a look at that. Stop. Removing top for comfort. So it's going to be east. Why is it east? Okay, so it's removing top. It's telling us take a word off. Is it stop? Easy. Sorry, it's easy, isn't it? So what's that? Stop is stop removing top. So what was easy peasy? Is that? I don't know. Is peasy a word for? Am I thinking wrongly there? I'll come back to that. Anyway, comfort I would think is easy, so I would go with that. Let's go back to the acrosses as I was working through them. Got to know, losing head. So again, we've got a decapitation clue. Is deserved. Deserved is normally earned or merited. Got to know, if it was earned, is to learned. You learned, I would think. Earned and learned. Pass around health facilities. Spa, is that an anagram of spas? Yes. So health facilities, I immediately thought spa, and then can see that's an anagram. I'd forgotten we've got anagram clues here. So that's the first one for the anagrams. I'm going to tick these off actually. One on the anagrams. I'm not, I'll do that another time. Stupid heads of department in meeting is dim. So heads of, giving me the thing there to think, go dim. So just look, DIM. We can have a look at this one down, I think. Noise didn't irritate nobles initially, so again, din, D-I-N. No, noise is a din, so yep. And now let's go back to the crosses. Film music with no start or middle. So film music is a score, and no start makes it a core. Or sorry, no start makes it the core, which is the middle. Anoint, strange, so got an N. Anoint is 6 letters. Strange is an anagram indicator, so that's going to be a nation, isn't it? First of all, that says probably we're looking at a and we've got about 5 words there. A-M-P-L-E, ample, which means liberal. God, this is very generous today, which is great. It's nice. Teach, swimming, trout. Swimming makes me think it's going to be a anagram, and I know that it's either teach or trout, and trout's the more likely word, and I know that actually, or I can see that it's tutor, which is to teach. Long time in unopened prison. So unopened prison sounds like it's going to be a word means that's a decapitation. Prison is jail, stir, can. A long time is an age, I would think. 3-letter words that mean that. Prison could be can, long time, scan. I think I need some of these down clues to be able to nail that down. Doctor takes piece of meat. Doctor's a good anagram word. Steak is a good word to doctor. To get to piece of meat, which is a steak. Sizable keg. Ralph carries back. So carries back is saying hidden word backwards. Probably sizable, large. There we go. Wow, nice. So what have we got? Let's go down here. Strangely eager, so that's going to be strangely, I said, was an anagram word. We've got eager, we've got an A&E over here. Eager to comply is to agree, I think. In fact, I know it is, but I think that's the answer, is what I mean. I think it's the answer. A something R, that's probably going to be an E or an O in there. Eccentric, suitor, married. Married's got 2 R's, so it's going to be... if that's the E, I'm desperately trying to avoid using the I think when I was doing that I went off the screen and I didn't show you the clues. I'm really sorry about that. I've forgotten. Married, eccentric, author, suitor, sorry. What have I got? Admirer. I could have used the anagram helper there. I was just trying to avoid it. This one. Spotted some muscadet. So some is a good hidden word indicator. To drink up. Spotted. There's a D there, but there's not 2. There are 2 D's there. D-O-T. Dotted. Dotted and spotted. There we go. Dotted. So that is to drink up. So up is telling us some up. That's interesting. So what Carpathian's done here is used the sum indicator to say that, but saying look at it upwards, look backwards, because it's an up to down clue, which means looking up. And spotted is dotted. This looks like remit. Let's see. Rejected part of lifetime retirement transfer. Part of that is remit, going backwards. Transfer is to remit. Okay. This one over here, tails or talks, or tiles. Ceramic pieces are tiles. In rural steps, top piece missing. Rural steps are styles, which is spelt with an I. So that's good. Right, I just need to align my screen so you can see the bottom half. And let me just see what I didn't. Could you see that? What I did? Yes, I did the acrosses, didn't I? I actually haven't done the downs, so you probably just didn't see. What I'm going to do is actually come back and look at those clues. So I'm just flicking between screens. So that one you can see, and then it goes off, doesn't it? So if I scroll that down to, and I scroll down to about there, probably. Right, let's go back. Take these out. Take these out and see them again for the first time. so that you can see what I was doing. I'm really sorry about that. Teach swimming trout. So teach, swimming is a good anagram indicator. So I've got a 5-letter word. It's either the anagram of teach or trout. I can see that trout is a better word to anagram, and it means tutor, makes tutor, which means to teach. This one I looked at, I mean, a long time in unopened prison, so that makes me think I need a word for prison that loses its head, loses the first letter, become a long time now. The only words I can think of prison at this moment are stir, can, jail, or jail spelled 2 ways, but lose the letter of those I can't get to. A long time. A long time is an era for a 3-letter word, but I can't think what you would lose era. So I can't think what that is. This one here, doctor takes piece of meat. So I see the word doctor, I'm thinking anagram. Takes is good next to it, 5 letters. Piece of meat. That's a steak, isn't it? So there we go. Sizable keg. Ralph carries back. So carries back is making me think hidden word today. And we've got large, and large is sizable. So okay, that's cleared up what I was doing down the bottom when you couldn't see on the screen. Apologies for that. Let's go this one. Runner, removing, I mean that's printer, isn't it? And I've got office equipment, so it's going to be a printer. Runner is a sprinter, removing lid is that, so take that out. So what you can see now is I'm looking at these words thinking what fits in there. That can be something like Norse. No, look after employees running topsy-turvy section. Nurse is to look after, isn't it? Employees running topsy-turvy section, so yep, nurse is backwards there. Nurse. Now this one I'm looking at, I can't think of a word that will go in there, so what have we got for a clue? Lament damaged, well, it's going to be an anagram of that. Shelf above a fireplace is a mantle. So yeah, it's an anagram of lament. This one over here, lots of things. Class, primarily, good acrostic indicator, C-L-A-S-S. Class. Class is a type of form. This must be pie, mustn't it? Slice of upside down cake I purchased in dish. So we've got P-I-E. So hidden across the 2 lines. That happens a lot in crosswords, whether it's printed or otherwise. You get the clue across. It makes it really hard to spot the hidden word. So let's put pie in there. Tip from pundit. Excited. Excited is an anagram word. About, knockabout, primarily. Primarily is an acrostic letter. We've got a K there, and I'm looking at the EK. I've got EK, so it's going to be peak is a tip, P-E-A. So this must be a page, and a long time is an age, and a prison is a cage, so lose that. So there we go, all done. Let's go through the clues. Try and do that on the screen. Let me just check I've lined it up. I'm going to line it up a little bit better. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so we've got award, so partly withdraws, saying it's partly also returning, partly returning prize. Well, prize is an award, and we've got A-W-A-R-D there. So partly is saying take a bit of it and put it backwards. It's returning. Vote is to elect. A choice is select. Take that off is take your non-starters telling you it's a decapitation clue. Eggs are over, provided by organically verified association, so initials of organically verified association. Over. Rejected part, so this is a hidden word backwards, transfers the word, and so we have to look in somewhere, and we get where have we got R-E-M-I-T, remit. Delay leaders of some terrible, so leaders of some terrible and loathsome, litigation. That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? And delay is to stall. Got to know, losing head. So we've got a decapitation clue, and got to know, and deserved. So we've got learned, losing its head to get to earned, deserved, and earned. So clues with deserved is normally earned or merited, or quite often that comes up as a synonym, pair of synonyms for it. Pass around health facility, so around is taken as an anagram of pass, which is spas, which are health facilities. Oh, excuse me. Stupid. And then heads of is telling us let's do the acrostic thing. Department in meeting, DIM. Film music with no start, so decapitation clue, no start. Film music is a score. Take the S off to get to core. The middle is a core. So in that clue, I don't think the or is doing anything, but you couldn't write that clue without making still make sense. If you just said film music with no start middle, it wouldn't make sense. So Carpathians had to put the or in there to kind of make more sense, give it a better surface. Surface being how you read the clue. Anoint strange people, so strange is the anagram indicator. We've got an anagram of, well, it could either be anoint or people, but we had an N from din, I think, by the time I've done it. And anoint is a nation. First of all, agents make people like electing liberal. So first of all is again, so the first of all the words that follow. That's saying take the first of all the words that follow. So agents make people like electing, which is ample, and liberal is ample. You've got ample stuff, you've got a liberal amount. Let me scroll down, try and get that on the screen so that you can see. I don't know how far I need to come. Let's have a look. How's that looking? Not quite. Sorry about this. The Guardian crossword doesn't quite fit on the screen. We got teach swimming, teaches swimming trout. So swimming is the anagram indicator of trout. Spin those letters around for trout, and you get tutor equals teach. Long time is an age, and unopened prison is a cage without the sea. Doctor, another good anagram word. Takes, being anagrammed to get to a piece of meat, so we've got steak. And sizable is large, that's the answer. Keg Ralph carries back, so large is there backwards. Gwa. There we go. Let's bring that up again. Look at the down clues. Strangely, like I said, strange is a good anagram word, indicator. Eager, so mix that up, you get agree, which is to comply. Married, eccentric in this case is being the anagram indicator. There's a lot of different words you can get for anagram indicators. In this case we're mixing up letters of married to get to an admirer, which is a suitor. I actually haven't checked all this, sorry. It was not easy. Oh. Did I put Y there or T in there? Let me just double check that. No, it's not. That must be east, mustn't it? Stop. Removing top for comfort. Okay, that's interesting because I would have... Ease. Oh, it's ease, isn't it? Ah, okay. Which is stop is cease. Duh. So actually I actually talked myself out there because I never thought about the ease possibility. So, yeah, and easy. And I couldn't at the time pass it, so that's why, because it's cease. And I've skipped over the dotted clue. So, dotted is spotted, and within some is a good is another thing that tells you there's a hidden word quite often. Doesn't always, but 95% of the time it's saying look for a hidden word. And up is saying, because we're on a down clue, look up means revert, look for a reverse hidden word. And we've got D-O-T-T-E-D, dotted. Stop is, as I've just said, to cease. Remove the top is ease, and comfort is ease. Period in revolutionary China assessed. So period is an era. Revolutionary in revolutionary. So look backwards. You've got E-R-A. So there's that trick of going across the two lines again. And I'm sure sometimes when they print them in the newspapers, or even here, it's not just a formatting thing. It just happens. It really does. They almost do it deliberately. Ceramic pieces in rural steps. Top piece missing. So we've got to take the top piece off of rural steps, and rural steps are stiles, the steps over a fence. Take the S off, that gives you tiles, which are ceramic pieces. Noise is a din, so din, and didn't irritate nobles initially, so initially it's take the initial letters of din, didn't irritate nobles, to get to din. Am I still on the screen? Yes, I am. I've got another 4 clues yet. Runner. Okay, so runner removing lid. So we've got a sprinter is a runner. Take the S off of that, gives you a printer. Oh, I seem to have lament damage. So anagram of lament is mantle, and a shelf above a fireplace is a mantle. Primarily, good indicator that you might be looking for looking for an acrostic, and every man on a Sunday. The every man crossword has a lot of usually has a primarily clue. Categorize learners and students studying. So CLASS gives you class, and class is form. A class of children, a form of children, among other ways of using that terminology. Look after is to nurse. Employees running topsy-turvy section. So, God, this is a very convoluted way. Topsy-turvy section is a convoluted way of saying it's a hidden backwards. I think topsy-turvy because we've got an up and down clue here. So nurse, N-U-R-S-E. Tip from, and then pundit excited about knockabout, primarily. Again, telling us to take the initial letters. We've got peak, P-E-A-K, and a tip is a peak. And I've gone off screen, haven't I? You can't see that. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. Is that enough? I think that's enough. There you go. So let's say that again. Tip from pundit excited about knockabout primarily. So P-E-A-K primarily being the acrostic indicator, tip being the peak of something. Slice of upside down cake I purchased in dish. So P-I-E is pie. Slice of it upside down is telling you to take a bit of that. Dish is a pie. Yep. So if you it's a type of food, isn't it? A pie is a type. Dish is a type of food. So there you go. Slice of upside down cake. I mean, that's a good service to it. So is that everything? Have I gone through them all? Yes, I think I have today. So there you go. Well, that was an interesting solve for me, given that I felt quite quick on it, and then I actually had one wrong in the ease one up here. I thought that was a nice one from Carpathian. I thought that was quite achievable, but I do recognise that thinking of words like select for elect can be difficult, and I mean, you saw I didn't get age without the without some letters in there. But again, over time I would have thought of age, I'm sure, and we'd had era before. Couple of anagrams there. Admirer struggled to do in my head. Probably could have got the anagram helper out. But big piece of advice is if you can't do a clue, move on to the next one. Find what you can. Hopefully the acrostic ones are fairly easy to spot because they've got words like leaders of and heads of and primarily to first of all to help you there. So any questions or comments, then put them down. I hope that was useful.